They just stopped paying their wrestlers. And so I had warned them 4 months in advance. $5. Just give me $5. $5 is all I was asking. No, not a thing. When we won the PMPW titles, they gave me a keychain. So to me, that was kind of a slap in the face. Like, okay, so you're gonna go buy this chintzy ass $15 keychain when I'm asking you just for $5 for my time. And they handed it to me, and I'm like, I was done. So I called Frank Culverson up and said, listen, I need a new sandbox to play in. And at the time, they had the top guys I wanted to work with. I wanted to work with Skag. Grappler was there at the time. Scotty Mack. I wanted to work with Ladies' Choice. All those guys. I mean, they just seemed like they had way better wrestlers than what was going on when I looked in the locker room at PMPW. And so that was my decision. I called, left a message with Frank Culverson. I had a call back within 2 minutes, and I had a job. And the funny thing is I quit PMPW not knowing. Portland had not hired me, but I had to take a stand. And I've taken a stand a few times in my career where I've just laid the belt down and walked away and said, listen, you're not doing things right, so you're not going to have me. And I've done that a few times. I'm not afraid to do that. I feel like that has to be done every now and then. So that was one of the stands I took. I didn't even know if I had a job, but thank God I did,
And there's two words that people like to throw around a lot, but have no clue what they really mean. Paying your dues. It's just that's the sad state of wrestling nowadays. Is that I blame promoters for taking the cheap way out and putting guys in the ring that don't belong there because they're cheaper. I blame other wrestlers that work with these guys and don't tell a promoter, no, I'm not going to wrestle this guy. I won't work for you if you continue to use people like this. It's a never-ending chain circle that's going to destroy professional wrestling in a whole until someone says, I am only using guys that have this kind of experience. And I'm not saying you don't use rookies, but you use rookies that come from a reputable training center. Name me a guy that Buddy Wayne has put out that's a bad wrestler, because he's not going to let them, he will not as a trainer allow them to get in a ring for any promotion. They would be out of his school if they went and wrestled somewhere without his okay.
And now here we have a couple of my favorite guys here, the Hounds of Hell. We all know the story. That man there, Damon Scythe, was injured a while back, actually stopped breathing for several minutes, says he came back. He's a changed man.
Yeah, he's changed all right.
And now they're on the quest to get back the tag team titles. When you're a changed man, you're a changed man. Maybe he feels more of an affinity for the dead now.
Zack is out.
Zack Winters still looking a little wobbly, though. I don't know if this is a good idea, but apparently Wonderfully Vicious is back together tonight.
So we got the Hounds of Hell, plus Svenguli's coffin at ringside, and you got Wonderfully Vicious, also known as Big Vicious, and wonderful Zack Winters.
You have and Bob. You have to imagine that it's going to be on Big V's shoulders tonight. If Zack is injured, he might not be able to do as much as he normally would. He's a tough guy, but he was obviously staggering a little bit when he came out.
He is a tough guy, and Big Vicious is named appropriately. So I don't think they're too worried about him in this match. Vicious can handle quite a bit. He can absorb a lot of punishment.
I would, though. One thing the Hounds of Hell are good at is taking advantage of a weakness. So
They are. They're very good at exploiting it. Well, I don't see any band-aids or anything, so I'm safe
Now, for the fans at home who do not know about it, these two teams have met each other many times this year. They traded the tag team titles back and forth for a couple months there. They know each other very well, tag team singles matches. They haven't been in the ring with each other for a little while now, so this is going to be an interesting contest. They know each other, but both teams might have a few new tricks up their sleeves.
And I would say the Hounds of Hell are extremely dangerous. They have that anything to win mentality. Damon Scythe, since his comeback, believes he's the second coming. Vicious, he's one I would be worried about. Zack is really the one that's caught in the middle in this one. It's fortunate that Vicious is his partner.
And even more so with the Hounds of Hell is the simple fact that they don't necessarily have to play it dirty. They do it because they enjoy it. Sometimes they win a match as cleanly as anybody can say. You just don't know what to expect from them. They might play it safe, they might play it dirty. You don't know.
They don't ever win cleanly. Are you kidding me?
And of course, we all know that back when Wonderfully Vicious took the titles initially from the Hounds of Hell, Damon Scythe had a shoulder up when he was pinned. That's a controversy that has never been addressed.
Well, except in the most rare occasions, the referee's decision is final. Whether you like the decision or not like the decision, that's just how it is.
Now the Hounds of Hell playing some mind games here. Nobody's even touched each other yet, but they've tagged in each other a couple times. I don't know. It's really hard to get into Big V's head, though.
All he's doing is making Vicious angry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea playing mind games with Big V. He doesn't really fall for him very often. That was a huge monster headbutt.
Patient on an afternoon leave. And you're talking about head games that HOAs play. I would think if anybody could play a head game, it would be a mental patient.
Well, that is certainly a good point. I don't know, though. Big V usually lets his fist and his size do the talking.
He's just making Vicious mad again. It's going to take a lot more than that.
Yeah, I have to agree. Big Vicious is a huge, huge tree to chop down. It's going to...
has this uncanny streak. He's got Void by the ears. He's by his ears. Something like yesterday's newspaper.
I can't remember the last time I've seen anybody with that kind of strength in the ring. The Hounds of Hell are probably going to have to use some double teaming if they really want to take that man off his feet.
You know they will. They always do. That's how they operate.
And Big V in a different mask this week. You cannot see his face at all anymore. He has some chilling looks when you can see his mouth, but now you have no idea what's going on behind that mask. And the pressure he is putting down on Void right now, all that strength and superior weight. Big V's obviously the biggest man in the ring.
And Damon trying to pull Void to the ropes.
And our referee T-Rex, again having his hands full in this match. He's not having an easy night tonight at all.
No, he's off to a rough start for sure.
And Big V coming out of the ring and chasing Emperor Void. Again, Void trying to get some kind of advantage here. Apparently they feel they've had enough damage here, trying to use the ropes for a little bit extra leverage.
And the cheap shots from ringside by Damon Scythe.
Got to watch out for your tag team partner. That's one of the rules.
What's really sad is Damon is an incredible athlete. He's an incredible wrestler. And why he feels the need to lower himself to these tactics. I can't wrap my head around it. He's got enough talent to carry himself every match without having to resort to cheating.
Well, since I've been in BCW, Ken, I've gotten to know the Hounds of Hell a little bit. You know, I'm kind of fans of theirs. They gave me one of their t-shirts for free, and they don't think the way other wrestlers do. They really enjoy putting the screws to people. They don't care how they do it. They love to inflict the pain. They love to outrage the fans. It's part of what they do. They enjoy it. They love it. It's how they get their kicks.
Unfortunate, like I said, this game has a lot more talent.
Now, did you see that?
Void kicked Vicious in the back and had no effect.
Exactly. That is just, what do you do against somebody like Big Vicious?
I would suppose you would worry.
Well, if there's anything in the BCW that can worry the Hounds of Hell, that big man there is probably it. But Zack Winters has tagged in. We'll see now how effective he's going to be after what happened earlier tonight.
They are cutting the ring in half, and Zack is now working on Damon's left leg.
Very, very good tag teaming strategy. That is correct. Don't let your partner tag.
But he seems to be kicking Damon towards his corner instead of, there you go.
And there Zack is starting to work on the legs again. I guess he decided it worked before, maybe it'll work again.
You pick the body part and you go after it.
Now, if he can guide Big Vicious to follow his example, I would hate to see how that leg would look after he was done.
That probably looked like it had gone through a meat grinder.
Off the ropes, big leg drop.
Zack has one of the better leg drops I've seen around here.
I don't like the man, but he does get a lot of height with that, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. His vertical ability is incredible.
And now we have a tag, Emperor Void coming in. Couple of nice boots. I heard that those boots are brand new for Void, and he's really glad he gets a chance to introduce them to Zack's face. Now see, that's just rubbing it in. Stands him up just to slam him down again.
Nice short clothesline. And Void stepping on his throat. Zack's
He's working on the head. He's working on that spot where Zack was nailed earlier tonight. I told you, if they think there's a vulnerability, they're going to go after it. And that's exactly what the Hounds of Hell are doing today.
You know what I think it is? I think that they do it because this is the only place they can, because outside those rings, somebody's liable to take it to them.
Well, at some point, I think Big V's going to try to take it to him, Ken. But right now, they're in control.
They're nothing but good bullies. That's a side of they're just bullies.
They're such tough men, though. You know, some of the things they do when they're training, they walk on hot coals. They have people beat them with rattan canes. They train themselves to be able to take more damage than the other guys.
That sounds more like lack of mental stability than anything I've ever heard.
Well, when you're talking about the Hounds of Hell, there's a little of that, too. And they don't deny it at all.
Taking down the road. Waits till the 5 count.
Big V, very intent. At least I have to assume so, because you can't tell with the mask. But he is watching every moment, everything that's going on. Double kick to the face.
Excuse me, fans. You may notice while you're watching that some of the cameras that we have are pointed at fans as well as taking shots of the action. We have the Oregonian here. They've been covering us now for 2 weeks, and they plan to be here off and on for several more weeks. And it's just, I think it's a testament to blue-collar wrestling that we have the talent that we do. It causes a major news
Blue Collar Wrestling, old school, new class. Where it's at in Portland right now, folks. If you want to see the action, you've got to come here. With the Hounds of Hell, you can see them in person. And I suppose Zack and Big V too.
Punch. You can smell the popcorn. You can smell the spaghetti. All your senses are challenged when you come to the show.
You can hear the babies cry when their heroes are lying in a pool of their own blood.
And on the flip side, you can hear everybody cheer when the bad guys are in such a position.
Now in the ring, we just had a huge collision.
Well, you got both Damon and Void in the ring. Zack desperately needs to get a tag into Big Vicious.
And the bad part is Void and Scythe both just took a hit. Neither one of them have somebody to tag. Their strategy there might be biting them in the back a little bit.
Taking the wrapping off the turnabout now.
Oh, they need to watch it. If Zack stretches, he can make a tag.
Void's taken off from someplace. Ah, the kendo stick. And this match via disqualification. Nice closure. Very nice closure.
Damon Scythe taken right off his feet. Zack still feeling.
That concussion that Damon Scythe suffered several weeks ago, he's coming back to haunt him right now. Every time he takes that clothesline, it's a blow to the back and a blow to the head. Every time he takes it, it's a blow to the head. He's looking for a tag, and Void's nowhere near. No, he just pulled some. Looks like he pulled on some nuts from inside that turnbuckle.
T-Rex is seeing the cane though. Seeing the kendo stick, he's talking to Emperor Void. He doesn't see anything else.
And he just took Vicious out with the nuts. As he calmly puts it back in the turnbuckle. Void just hit Zack with the kendo stick.
And now he's calling for Void to come in. See, most people would have gone for a tag or gone for a pin right there.
That's it. That's it.
Double boot to the head. Ouch.
Then a disqualification.
Ref had his back turned, looking at Emperor Void and then looking at Vicious.
T-Rex on that. That should have definitely been a disqualification.
But at this time, second match back for Damon Scythe. Second win for the Hounds of Hell.